The concept of trustless systems stems from the beliefs of early Bitcoin enthusiasts who argued that banks and other centralized authorities are inherently unreliable. They envisioned a system where reliance on a trusted intermediary is no longer necessary. Advocates of blockchain technology see it as a solution that shifts the need for trust to a system based on decentralized consensus. Verify, don't trust embodies this principle at the core of blockchain and the crypto ecosystem. Although it seems logical, this concept remains novel in a society where trust is often placed in those with influence or charisma. From politicians and celebrities to corporate leaders, we are trained to accept their declarations without seeking verification, an instinct that tends to increase the higher up the ladder we go, ironically where scrutiny is most crucial. However, human nature and error often lead to the spread of inaccurate information. Whether through oversight or deliberate intent, the consequences are the same: inefficiencies, mistakes, and costly decisions. Now, imagine a system where transactions are secure, transparent, and don't require oversight. Blockchain achieves this by decentralizing control, removing the need for a central authority or intermediary. Traditionally, companies rely on centralized bodies or third-party auditors to verify compliance and ensure everything runs smoothly. Blockchain transforms this by decentralizing oversight, providing businesses with more efficient alternatives to the costly and cumbersome processes of centralized audits. Studies show that blockchain's immutability and transparency can eliminate many inefficiencies in governance structures. At its core, blockchain decentralizes corporate records by functioning as a shared, real-time ledger accessible across the business. This ledger is immutable, meaning it is tamper-proof and permanent. Once a record is entered, it remains visible and unalterable. This inherent transparency eliminates the need for traditional oversight, as auditing inefficiencies, such as tracking lost paperwork or reconciling conflicting data, are resolved by everyone working from the same consistent dataset. And then we have smart contracts. These are the true game changers. Imagine a legal agreement that enforces itself. There's no need for lawyers to intervene or for auditors to verify compliance because everything is written into the contract's code. When the predefined conditions are met, the contract automatically executes, saving time, reducing costs, and, critically, cutting out the chance for human error or fraud. The impact on corporate governance. Traditional corporate governance relies on oversight, third-party audits, and manual compliance checks. With blockchain, much of that can be automated. The blockchain ledger provides an immutable record of every transaction, ensuring transparency from the ground up. The implications are significant. Businesses can streamline their operations, reduce costs associated with audits, and improve compliance across the board. A study by the OECD suggested that blockchain could reduce corporate governance failures, improving trust in corporate processes due to its built-in transparency. Blockchain creates immutable records that make it extremely difficult to alter or falsify past transactions, enhancing fraud prevention. The decentralized nature of blockchain ensures that all stakeholders have access to the same information, which boosts accountability and helps prevent unauthorized changes. However, smart contracts, while efficient, are only as reliable as the code they are written on. They are unable to address every possible scenario, especially in complex or unforeseen situations. This creates a governance gap, as traditional oversight is still needed for issues like legal disputes or regulatory changes. Blockchain's design reduces the need for manual oversight, but it doesn't eliminate it completely. Human intervention remains necessary to handle exceptions, disputes, or ambiguities that automated systems cannot resolve. Blockchain's role in supply chain management. When it comes to supply chain management, blockchain takes transparency to a whole new level. Imagine being able to verify every single transaction, movement, or exchange of goods in real time. That's exactly what blockchain offers. With all participants, manufacturers, suppliers, logistics providers, having access to the same immutable data, the entire supply chain becomes more visible. Everyone along the chain can verify the information instantly. This heightened level of transparency reduces the need for constant oversight and also significantly curbs opportunities for fraud. In fact, businesses can track a product's journey from raw materials to the end customer, ensuring authenticity and compliance at every step. Smart contracts take things a step further by automating critical processes, such as payments and logistics. Once certain conditions are met, let's say a shipment reaches a particular checkpoint or a batch of goods passes quality control, the smart contract kicks in and automatically triggers payment or further logistics steps. No need for manual input or chasing down approvals. It's a seamless flow of goods and services, powered entirely by pre-coded agreements. Financial operations and blockchain. DeFi platforms allow businesses to handle financial transactions without needing traditional banks or intermediaries. Gone are the days of waiting for bank approvals or dealing with high transaction fees. Instead, blockchain facilitates instant peer-to-peer transactions. It's fast, efficient, and accessible. With blockchain, financial operations become decentralised, meaning businesses can manage capital flows and liquidity without the constraints of traditional financial institutions. Legal and regulatory considerations. Smart contracts are often hailed as the future of legal agreements, and for good reason. These contracts automate the process, executing agreements without the need for human intervention. But here's where it gets tricky. Traditional legal systems weren't built to handle automated decentralized agreements. While smart contracts offer incredible efficiency, they challenge the established frameworks of contract law. There are still grey areas when it comes to recognizing these digital agreements in court. For instance, what happens when a smart contract doesn't account for a rare but critical scenario? Legal systems are still playing catch-up, working to evolve alongside blockchain's rapid rise. Then there's the regulatory landscape. As blockchain decentralizes business functions, regulators find themselves in uncharted territory. Current legal frameworks rely on centralized oversight, something blockchain bypasses by design. Governments and regulatory bodies are slowly adapting, but there are still significant hurdles. Blockchain governance, including smart contracts, is far from standardized across industries and jurisdictions. This leaves businesses navigating a regulatory patchwork that varies depending on where they operate. Adapting to blockchain, a new era for business. Blockchain is fundamentally reshaping the way businesses operate, decentralizing everything from financial systems to supply chain management. As companies navigate this evolving landscape, they must consider the profound impact it will have on corporate governance, transparency, and legal frameworks. The question is no longer if blockchain will transform business, but how businesses will adapt to this decentralized future. Looking forward, companies must ask themselves, are they prepared to integrate blockchain at the core of their operations, treating it as more than a technological upgrade and embracing it as a fundamental shift in managing trust and transparency? As blockchain continues to blur the lines between technology and governance, the real challenge will be finding the balance between decentralization and the need for human judgment in areas where code alone may not suffice. Can businesses fully rely on trustless systems, or will the future require a hybrid model where technology and human oversight coexist? This is the pivotal question that will define the next generation of corporate governance. CoinLink, connecting your business to the future of money.